I'll make sure y'all get in here, child. We about to start this show. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Child. Oh, let me turn this music off, child. Cause wait, man. Cause I'm not. I don't like the way it be sounding on the replay. Hey guys, it's definitely been a minute since I've been on live. Like I've been giving y'all some uploads. I've been giving y'all some TikTok videos and stuff like that. I have to be honest. You know, I've got a little bit of writer's block going on right now. When it comes to like topics and stuff like that, I ain't got a problem writing the topics. It's just the topics is just not where it needs to be. Like I know y'all know, and I'm just not the type of creator to be like, oh my God, like Beyonce uses Colgate. Like I'm not gonna say like do random stories that I don't really care about, that aren't really that important. So that's why I just have not been making content, because it's like not a lot has been going on, child. Like I don't know what's gonna happen when I get into this podcast, but hopefully some stuff will bubble up when it comes to that time. But yeah, I've been working on that just to give a little, a little 2 minutes segment of what I've been doing. I've been working on revamping this podcast. New information about it will come out soon, so be up on that. I've been working on buying like equipment and stuff like that. In the process of getting a new microphone, getting this redone, child, because I don't like this background, child. We gonna see if we can get a backdrop, and more lighting and more cameras and stuff like that. Because I really want to make this show like really good for y'all. Okay, so. I got a couple topics that I want to talk about. I guess we can summarize, for my watchers that's been watching Real Housewives of Potomac with me and El Teddy. There's some information coming out about Robin's husband, child, Juan Dixon. So we're going to get into that. We also going to get into the whole Nikita Draga situation where she got arrested, child. I got some things to say about that. And also the interview that Nicki Minaj, that surprise interview that Nicki Minaj did with JT in the ID magazine, which I thought I wanted to talk about that in some form of way. Just haven't got around to like thinking about it, because just a part of that interview kind of rubbed me the wrong way. We'll get into it, but before we get into that, I got a couple of little itty bitty topics that we can start by getting into. I know today is it is Challenge Day, okay? It's okay. Wakanda Forever is officially out now. People that's on the live, okay, or anybody, don't spoil it in the comments, please, okay? I don't want to know what happens. I'm watching it tomorrow. Heard nothing but great reviews so far. A lot of my mutuals on TikTok was talking about it. Definitely a watcher so far, I've heard. Okay, let's get into it. But it's I didn't think it was, look, at the end of the day, like there were some people on TikTok or whatever on social media talking about, people that went to the premiere saying, it's a step down, or it's not the first movie. But girl, we're gonna see that for ourselves, okay? I know Rihanna came out with another single for the soundtrack. I listened to a little bit of it. It's another ballad. I don't know. I guess some people were expecting like the same energy SZA gave for All the Stars when it came to Rihanna doing this. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I personally, I like Lift Me Up a little bit better. But that's that on that. Okay, that's the music. The movie, rather, I don't know. I mean, I have high hopes that this movie will do well. A lot of people, there was a mutual of mine on TikTok that was literally crying, saying that y'all need to watch this because it's that powerful. Now, I know everybody self-esteem and feelings is said differently, child. I know I ain't gonna be crying on no damn show, but I mean, it is gonna be sad because we're dealing with the death of T'Challa, which, late Chadwick Boseman and all that. So I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Okay, so like I said, if y'all in the damn chat, don't spoil it if y'all already seen it. But yeah, I can't wait for this show. I can't wait for it. Another topic that I wanted to get into, I know the Migos, like, oh my God, I seen like highlights. Well, TakeOff's funeral that happened like this literally right now. I don't know if it's done or not, but I've seen a lot of highlights from the funeral, child. It is sad though. I mean, it really is. He I think he was like 20. He was in his late 20s. Like he was young as hell. Like ain't no way in the world. Like I couldn't imagine that. dealing with like one of my cousins or a family member or whatever the case was, someone that I know that's in my life that literally lost their life for, just a senseless act of violence as usual, child. I seen highlights of it. I seen Offset did attend, which I was like, I wasn't surprised because I'm like, at the end of the day, y'all gonna put that petty bullshit that y'all got aside to come together for this funeral. That doesn't mean that they're gonna be back East Boom Coon or whatever, but it was interesting to see Offset, Cardi B, and them show up. And I think Offset, he spoke. He couldn't keep it together, child. I was like, child, let me turn away because I think they're streaming it. They're let me know in the comments if they're still streaming it. But it was at an arena in Atlanta. Like it was free too. Like anybody who really could show up if they like it was some kind of Eventbrite or something like that. But yeah, like, and his hearse was like driving around Atlanta and stuff like that. Like it was a big to do. I think Alicia Keys is set to perform. I didn't see any performances yet, child. I was just like, girl, they got Alicia Keys to perform this damn shit. Look, I'm not shitting on Alicia Keys, but I'm just saying the vocals just ain't it. I don't know how that's gonna go. I mean, they also got Justin Bieber. I'm like, damn, they couldn't get anybody else. Like, I'm just saying, like, we got Chloe Bailey, we got all these people. We got SZA. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, we had those. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, I was watching the highlights. I think Quavo also spoke. There was a lot of people that actually couldn't attend, but they showed their respect and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to. I'll if anything happens, I'll definitely update y'all via probably a TikTok video or something like that. But I don't think nothing is. It better not pop off over there, child, because you know how a funeral gets to a black funeral, child. How they cut up in a black funeral, child. Anyway, to get to the main topics, what was the first one I had on the docket? Oh, yes, for people that's been watching my the panel discussions, Robin Dixon's husband, child, has found himself in a lawsuit. Okay, let's get into it. Now, I'm gonna read this description. I'm gonna read the situation, and I'm gonna give you my take on it. Now, a former Coppin State basketball player has filed a lawsuit against the university, naming some key staff members, including the coach Juan Dixon. As we know, that's Robin's ex-husband or soon-to-be husband, whatever you want to call it, child. So this student, Iben Williams, says that Dixon failed to act when Williams disclosed that Lucian Browery, a director, or he was like a staff coach, like, so basically Juan is like the overseer. He's like the head coach, and then there's like assistant coaches, and that's what Lucian Browery is. Okay. Now it's being alleged that he was tormenting and harassing Iben Williams. Okay. Now get this. The suit claims that Williams knows by information and belief that Browery is behind an elaborate sexual assault scheme. Williams says that he sent someone that he believed was a woman sexual images of himself under the guise of a romance. But the catfish soon turned into a blackmailer, threatening to use the images unless Williams fulfilled deviant requests. When Williams refused to comply with the request, the blackmailer leaked the sexual photos to the staff and the team per suit. Okay. Now, the lawsuit doesn't primarily target Dixon, as you know, he wasn't a part of it, but it alleges that he basically neglected to do anything about this. You are the overseer, you're the head coach of this college, and something is brought to your attention and you're not acting swiftly on it. Okay. So he alleges that Dixon has been covering up the situation. And, I'm going to just say it. I mean, it's definitely not unheard of, child. This is what happens in these damn colleges. I'm telling you, these colleges, these people, they try to cover up situations because they don't want no drama to happen. They want a good season. They don't want to close anything. And a lot of these colleges sweep things under the rug all the time. Now, Dixon, this is not good. I know one of my subscribers sent me information about it, and just hearing his testimony and stuff like that, and what he's alleging of the initial assistant coach, like that's some serious shit. Okay, I personally think that something should have been done. Something definitely should have been done. I definitely feel like Juan Dixon should have stepped up a little bit, well, stepped up at all at this point. I mean, this is someone's life. This is someone's livelihood. They over here blackmailing people. Now, I'm looking at the article now, like I'm trying to figure out like what exactly like how does he know exactly that it was the assistant coach? Because unless in some of the blackmailing requests was that he had to do something with the assistant coach, like I don't know, like or maybe they had like a bad relationship and he's just like blaming him for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I guess this will all come out in court, but yeah, that's what's happening to Shad over there in Potomac. Shad. Tell me what y'all think about it in the comments, but I'm going to move on, okay? Because I'm gonna see if I can shoot for like a 30-minute live today. Like I said, these topics, these are like handpicked. These things are interesting that I thought was interesting. Now another topic I wanted to talk about was the JT and Nicki Minaj interview. That was something that happened this week that I thought was, let me just get their pictures up. I thought was very interesting. I thought it was very thought provoking, and also I kind of got mixed feelings at the same time when it came to the conversation about Nicki doing pop. So basically, during this interview, Nicki talked about a lot of things. She talked about how her album will be dropping soon, which is a good thing. Can't wait for that. She has like a nail line that's coming out. She's just talking about her business endeavors and basically the same schmo. Every time Nicki get on in the interview, they want to beef up the conversation, like, oh, your influence and this and that. We get that. Now, the conversation that really like got me thinking and got me wanting to talk about it was during the conversation between Nicki Minaj and JT, when JT confessed to feeling heartbroken that Nicki ventured off into pop. And she thought that apparently like she was like leaving pop, and she felt taken back as a fan or whatever. And I definitely could remember when Nicki did that change from her Pink Friday album to the Roman Reloaded album, when she did more pop songs. Super Bass was a big thing, Starships was a big thing, Pound the Alarm. Like, she became a pop star, okay, at one point in her career. And I remember there was a lot of people that, felt a way about it, and a lot of people in the, I would say, the black community and the hip hop community that really shunned her. Like, but what rubbed me the wrong way, I mean, I know Nicki she was being nice, she was like, I never, she said she understood where JT was coming from in that way. Like, no one ever spoke to me in that way. Because she probably just thought it was just people just hating her, this, that, and third, but it really was like some people were just heartbroken. My whole thing with this heartbroken conversation, I think it's just it's a little bit of BS, because at the end of the day, Nicki was still rapping. Like, I used to tell people till they blue in the face, they want to sit there and say, oh no, I don't do Starships, I don't do Va Va Voom and all that other songs, this, that, and third. I said, girl, look on Roman Reloaded. Like, she has plenty of songs on there where she is rapping her ass off. Like, let's be very clear. Like, yes, this was primarily pop, and mind you, this was her only pop album. If you really want to get technical. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I just think, and this is my theory when it comes to black artists, is that they are essentially always getting to be put in a box of, okay, you need to either do hip hop or R&B. And I think that's where Nicki, a lot of people felt away, because she started doing more pop and she started appearing and doing stuff for other audiences and stuff like that. But that's what you got to do when you're an artist. And I love how Nicki also mentioned in there, like, other girls are doing it and they're not getting the same heat that she did, which is okay. I mean, those who kick down the door don't reap the benefit. We understand that, but that is true. I mean, there's a lot of girls out here that came in on either R&B or rap or whatever, and now they doing a lot of pop records and people are liking it. People are eating it up. I think there was definitely a double standard when it came to her. I didn't like how Nicki kind of like agreed that, oh yeah, I could understand how it could be heartbroken. Like, cause I really do feel like she, to a certain extent, like, yeah, maybe a part of her, she did pop because that's what was, you know, essentially putting her on a huge platform. I do think that's how she is as an artist. Like, I think that she's just a versatile artist. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if this makes sense, but like, I think that she's a rapper and she's a pop star. Like, she's pop infused, and I think that now we're at a point where she's just giving us bars, and that's fine. Like, I'm not complaining that she's just rapping now, but I also feel like, you know, the pop side need to be addressed as well. I mean, it don't make any sense how Roman Reloaded, that I think the 10-year anniversary for Roman Reloaded came out very recently. She didn't make no type of comment or talked about it at all, and I was just like, girl, come on now. You know, we got to get into this. But I mean, nevertheless, I definitely think that she, you know, she definitely has, you know, I don't know. Let me see what else I had on there. I had something else I wanted to say. I just didn't like the her, like, a lot of people shading her. Like, there was radio hosts that wouldn't play her music. I remember there was this one, like Rosenberg, like some white radio host was shading her during a summer jam that she was about to perform the next day. Like, it was a lot of stuff like that she went through as a, you know, as a rapper trying to, you know, make it into the pop, into the mainstream era, which was initially doing pop, whether or not that was her thing or not. But I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll just move on, child. You know, we got to keep it moving. Now, I wanted to get into this whole Nikita Dragon situation, child, because I know that was a real big conversation this week, child. Now, where's she at? There we go. Nikita. Damn. For starters, Nikita Dragon was recently arrested for battery while at a hotel that she was staying in. Now, sis got drunk. She was over here listening to loud music. She was walking around butt ass naked, child, throwing drinks and bottles at police officers and hotel people that work there. You know, like, it was a mess. It was definitely a mess. She got arrested, and the part where everyone's essentially said, "Hey Tracy, how you doing?" But a lot of people are talking about how she was put into the male jail unit. Okay, now, just to give a little update, the influencer has been released from jail amid social media users worrying about her safety, being placed in the male jail unit. According to NBC News, she was released from jail in Miami on Wednesday. She is set for an arrangement of hearing in Miami on December 7th. And a representative from Nikita Dragon's team shared the following statement: that the situation with Nikita, who is legally a female, being placed in a men's unit of Florida in jail is extremely disturbing and dangerous. The decision was made by Miami County Corrections Department, directly violates their protocol, which mandates that transgender inmates are classified as house based on safety needs and gender identity. Nikita has been released and now safe, but thank you for respecting her privacy during this time. Now, here's my thing. I think that their response, the corrections department's response, is fucking that shit. Okay, that didn't make any sense, because their whole thing was, oh no, she was isolated. Okay, no, like, no, she was isolated, but she was still in a male jail unit, so it's not like the safety thing. I mean, there's probably people that was patronizing her you don't know what she was going through at that point. I think that, legally she is a woman, and she needs to be in a woman facility, because of her safety, because of, people are assholes. Okay, they sit there and they people that's also there that's in jail, like, they say a lot of things. I don't like her, but she needed to be in a special housing unit. I agree. I mean, and I don't like, let's be clear, I don't like Nikita. Nikita's very problematic, and she definitely deserved to be put in jail for the stuff that she displayed at this hotel. Let's be very clear on that. Um, she should have been in the women's unit. That's just my thing. I think that we need to keep it respectful, and it comes off, it just comes off nasty, you know. But apparently, like, what else I want to say about this? Like, I don't know. I mean, I think she's definitely. Mm, I know a lot of people was talking about it. They was like, oh well, there's people on TikTok talking. You know how people on TikTok try. They always want to have these damn stupid ass debates, child, talking about, oh well, there's a lot of trans people. Like they were talking about the prison system. Like there was trans people that were put in women prisons, and the women inmates got pregnant. But I'm just like, okay, so y'all bringing up isolated situations. I agree. Women's special housing unit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think also too. I mean, they could have. And I'm not trying to say nothing, okay? Because they like to try to say I'm transphobic, child. But I'm just saying, like, if she was naked, they probably seen some things, and they was like, okay, we got to put her in the, you know, male unit or something like that. I don't know about her surgery, if she had the surgery or not, child. But like, or the way that she looked appearance wise, they probably made a guess and was like, oh well, this is, you know. But still, I mean, she definitely, because I think she was in some type of hearing or something like that on Zoom, and she requested to be put in like the women's unit. But I think it's just it rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, and I don't like her, but it did kind of rub me the wrong way that she was placed in there. Um, Despite her having all the issues that she's having, because I'm hearing that she's bipolar, child. Well, I think the whole situation, that girl was on Tina. It looked very much like that. You over here walking around naked, throwing bottles at people, screaming and listening to loud music, slamming the door in people's faces. Like, girl was on Tina. Okay, and that's something that she probably need to address. And I is this is it's giving. Mm-mm. It's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. But guys, that's all I have for today. Like I said, like I have writers block. Like I really do have writers block when it comes to these topics. Like it has not been a lot to talk about lately. But I promise you guys, I'll give you more information on anything that comes up. I'll probably do another video tomorrow or another live tomorrow. Maybe a video. You know, I don't know. Lives is it's a lot of crazy talk. Um, a lot of states go by what you have down. And that's yeah, yeah. And they said she was butt naked, so they probably saw something. They probably saw something and was like, okay, let's put it there. Um, which is not right. I mean, I think we're if you're questioning something, if you have any, oh, hey Vovo, how you doing? But like, if you have any, if things, I don't know why my messages are coming up pink, but that's I like them to come up red, but whatever. I'll deal with that later. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I wish I know it looks like y'all just coming in, but I'm about to come out, y'all, because I've been on here for like a good 20 minutes. But I just got the notification on you. YouTube does suck. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's literally. I mean, just watch the replay. I mean, I did a whole show. I talked about other topics. I'll probably cut some of these topics up too. So you don't have to like watch the full 30 minutes or whatever. But like, yeah, YouTube. Yeah, it's so crazy how YouTube just told you about that. I was on here for like 30 minutes, child. But that's how they